been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Return of the boxing guru. I'm coming with so much flavor. I'm also known as the wilder hater. With my videos here to please you. It's under the microscope here to teach you. You with the one and only boxing guru. For this episode, we're going to focus in on the big news of Canelo Alvarez versus Jermall Charlo. Cinco de Mayo, 2022. This would be an electrifying fight if it goes down. This is a major fight in boxing history and for the sport of boxing. Canelo is definitely a major figure in the sport of boxing. Everybody waiting to get that Canelo Alvarez call or that payday. You know, so in my opinion, this fight is long overdue. Should have been done happen when both fighters were signed back with Golden Boy Promotions way back. So it's long overdue. This is a perfect style matchup. A brawler and Canelo come forward type of style versus a traditional 1-2 boxer and Jermall Charlo. In my opinion, I like Jermall Charlo to win this fight based on the style matchup. But sometimes the style matchup don't win because of whatever reason that goes behind the closed doors. Canelo is the A side. Canelo is the big fighter. He brings in the revenue. So can anybody beat Canelo based on that? Can anybody beat him? Not based on the boxing skills, because the art of boxing support Canelo will lose and should have lost a bunch of fights. But in my opinion, you know, I disagree with Tim Bradley.
Charlo,
Straight punches.
He can punch.
Straight
no,
punches.
But he's too small.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion, he's too small. You know, if they fight a catchweight, and Canelo's not fighting no catchweight.
How would he be too small if he throws straight punches at Canelo, who just walked forward against you? And then you just spin out and give angles.
As you can see, and there's no disrespect to Charles because I love the Charlos, but if you look at the last fight, I think was it his brother that fought at 154?
At Houston when he fought the Mexican?
Yeah. Was it the one?
Not the Castano, but the other Mexican he fought in Houston.
I'm talking about the Mexican guy.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Montiel, yeah.
What did he do?
Catch him a lot.
He pressured him.
Yeah.
He stayed in his grill. See, the problem that I have with the Charlos is that they're inconsistent. Inconsistent. That's the problem. It's like, okay, what's the next thing? Wait, hold up. Damn, you just landed a 1-2. What's next, bro? Come on, like follow up. Stay on the attack. What's next? What's after that attack? You know? And so being inconsistent and having that inconsistency, I think a guy that can walk him down, a guy that can pressure him, can beat him.
What about?
I totally agree with Paulie that Jermall Charlo will win this fight. Not Jermall Charlo will win this fight because of the style matchup. I just believe the 1-2 of Jermall is basic and disciplined, just like he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. You know, the come forward type of pressure style, stay behind a long jab, feints in a right hand, and give angles. I think he will beat Canelo Alvarez easily. But like I said, boxing is a sport of, you know, what has you done for me lately? Who's the A side? Who's paying the bills? Even on Showtime, Canelo has a lot of power, whatever network he goes to, because he brings in the money. There's no other fighter getting money like Canelo or generate money like Canelo in a major fight. So even if you lose to Canelo, there's no shame in it because the bank account gonna speak dividends for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what fighters look for in boxing. It's not about, you know, if they can go undefeated like Mayweather. Some of them have to just get money. You know, you just want to have a secure future for not only you, your family. So if you have to take an L or sell out for that money, you know, that's what fighters have to do. But as far as based on style-wise, hopefully this fight get made so we can see how it plays out. Because like with Caleb playing against Canelo, Caleb was doing excellent work, but it seemed like he wouldn't really sit down on his punches. It seemed like he wasn't throwing heavy shots towards Canelo. Just like the Crusher looked like he wasn't throwing heavy shots against Canelo. Danny Jacobs looked like he wasn't throwing heavy, hard shots at Canelo. and all them boys got 10 plus mil to fight Canelo. So in this fight with Charlo, it probably won't be no different. Charlo probably have to do the same thing, but hopefully we can finally get a real fight, a true fight that the fans can really love and appreciate, because that last PBC fight with Canelo and Caleb was a disappointment in my opinion. The big boxer and Caleb did not use his attributes. He let the shorter fighter come in without landing effective hard punches like Ali did against Frazier. Even though Frazier was that come forward type of style, Ali was the true boxer like Caleb was. But when you looked at Frazier's face after all the hard punches that Ali landed against him, even though Frazier won the first fight, but you can tell that he took a price for it. He said that was his toughest fight in all of them, because Ali sat down and hit him with some heavy shots. So, and that's why Ali won majority of the fights against Frazier. He would have won the first one, but because of that exile, that kind of threw his timing off. They hurried up and rushed him in there with Frazier. But what I'm saying is a boxer beats a brawler style 99.9% of, especially if it's a high-class boxer. And Caleb definitely was that. So in my opinion, Jermall Charlo has to just sit behind a jab, not too predictable with his jab, because Canelo can come over the top of the jab or slip it. So you got to use feints and angles to offset Canelo. And that's the key in beating Canelo. Is Jermall Charlo going to stay disciplined and focused if this fight happens and not get big-headed and just win the fight, or get a later round stoppage against Canelo, even though people don't believe it can happen? But you can force Canelo to press forward and try to make things happen, and you can counter him. And then like he did with Derevyanchenko, Derevyanchenko kept pressing forward the whole night, and Jermall Charlo, you know, was hitting him with heavy shots. It affected his face, busted him up. So it definitely can happen if Jermall Charlo stay disciplined and focused throughout the whole entire fight if he does fight Canelo. Because like I said, I believe a boxer beats a brawler majority of the time. So hopefully this fight come to fruition. It would be a major fight. Cinco de Mayo weekend in Vegas, it would be electrifying. A Mexican versus a black superstar in Jermall Charlo. This definitely will do maybe close to a million pay-per-view buys, even though a lot of people be pirating and streaming stuff. But I think this fight will sell like hotcakes. So this is definitely a fight they should make, and Canelo should be interesting to make, because I don't think there's too many other ones that would top this. Besides, I don't even think David Benavidez would top this, because you want that all-American bad boy as far as Jermall Charlo being black to fight Canelo. So I think the Mexicans and Canelo support will come out in boatloads to support him in this fight. So it's definitely worth to be made in the business arena of it, and Canelo is definitely in that aspect of getting big money. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if this fight happens. These are the words for the one and only boxing guru. Canelo, will he win, or will he buy his way over a victory over Jermall Charlo? Cinco de Mayo weekend, 2022.
Subscribe to me if you want more of the Boxing Guru Show.